at least. It is said that they died in their sleep. One might imagine a peaceful state, at least. At least the moment the skies fell on their small bodies and the ground beneath crumbled, at least they were asleep, or at least they were in their beds. Maybe verses of solace were recited just before they drifted off. Maybe lullabies were sung to mask the sound, or at least they were used to the sound. It was probably background noise to them, white noise, because of their backgrounds, their ground so used to it for most of their short lives. It is said that they died in their sleep. At least it was dark. At least they won't have seen the rockets signed by the senders. At least they won't have seen the signatures. At least it was night time, a single airstrike at least. At least in their last moments, their souls had already left their bodies to the air of dreams, the unseen land, a place in hiding when eyes are open, at least. At least they were drowsy, or at least not fully awake. At least if they startled, it would have been quick, or at least, if slow, they were floating into a dreamy transition to the next world. At least now they're just waiting for a proper burial, at least. At least it's over now. At least for the dead. At least these children don't need to fear the dark. At least not anymore.